So a couple candy notes from Tiger's rehearsal the other day. So just to go through those, the beginning part, just be really precise about a little cross passe so that we are crossed before the little ball change. Because some of us are just getting a little bit too flat to downstage. So we really want to see that little twist in the body. For Dip It in a Dream, everyone's dipping on 5. He doesn't want to see anyone facing downstage until 8, so that's a surprise. So keep your focus upstage all the way through count 7, so that it goes 5, 6, 7, 8. So that way we're not turning around too early and all of us are facing different directions. So again, that's dipping on 5, 6, 7, 8. He did say with all of these positions here, as opposed to just having it feel like a high V, he almost wants it to feel a little bit cuter, like a ta-da moment, so that it's like, ta-da! And not that we're sticking our boobs out, but it's almost, he was almost like slightly behind himself this way. And then from here, the count for walking back in those little passe walks, he had us do this a bunch of times just so we could do N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, N6, N7, N8. Excuse me. So obviously the feet are going to stay the same. He does want the flick of the wrist and the hands to match the passe so that the wrist and the knee are doing the same thing, which is really tricky because we're used to doing it a little differently. We're used to when we step down, we're flicking the wrist. So that one's a little bit tricky to get into our bodies, but after, the step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and, ba-ba-da. So I just think of it happening on the syncopation as opposed to counting the full counts. So it just feels a little tricky, but just think about the wrist flick matching when the knee is up as opposed to when it's down. So it's going, so it's going, and, yeah, so on the syncopation. And then on the walks forward, after the passe ball change brush, a really nice twist forward. He just said we're missing the dynamic of that twist. He'd like to see all of us really crossing and twisting forward on that. Another little change he made with the arms on the scoop out, he doesn't want them to bend anymore. He does, sorry, I don't know why I just flexed my foot. He wants us to keep them straight. So after those passe walks, when you guys break off downstage, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, this breaks into straight arms. So dynamically it's going a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 straight, and we're looking at Sammy. So whatever side you're on, just keep them flexed and down, and it's just brushing 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 into this. All of this stays the same. He just really wants us to see he wants to see us really living in that burst on 2, especially for you guys because you're the last to roll off in on count 8. So from here, when you're looking at Sammy, who we all adore by the way, this burst on 2, really live on that 2 and stay rounded. He just feels like it's gotten really straight and he wants us to see, the rounded arms there. And then take your time on the way down so you just get out to a second position before your roll-off count happens there. And then backing up. Backing up, he was really adamant about keeping our legs closed. I know Emily, he's mentioned that before, so just really think about, even on these little shimmies, back and everything, just crossing at the thigh so that you're keeping everything nice and tight, especially because we're in that thong. On the kick line, he just says, be aware of the person next to you. Sometimes it's really tricky in both of your tracks because Tez is doing the kick line, but he tends to be downstage. So he just said, be aware of the height of the legs of the girls next to you. And if someone's too low, then whoever's low, they need to try to get it up to match because he really wants that to be a powerful moment there so that we're feeling each other. We're not just trying to kick for the gods as an individual, but as an ensemble. And then, of course, keeping a nice tight position on the turnout before the ending pose, the candy man, boom, and that's the scene. Cool, so there's your candy notes. Thank you.